Hi everyone, today we're talking about something that most of us deal with every day and yet nobody speaks about, bras. And more specifically, why a shocking 80% of women don't wear the correct bra size. And spoiler alert, it's not what you think it is. It's not just about knowing what your size is. There's something much deeper going on, especially if you have a fuller bust. If you're new here, I'm Lydia. I make French style fashion videos here on YouTube, and I also like to use my voice for food for thoughts. And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna talk about the real reason why 80% of women don't wear the right bra size. So if you're ready, let's go. Okay, so first things first, yes, many of us were never really properly fitted. Most of us grew up thinking that Intimissimi or Victoria's Secrets had all the answers, but spoiler alert again, they didn't. But even when they do know their correct size, most women still wear the wrong size of bra. Why? Because the right size is either ridiculously expensive, impossible to find, or just plain ugly. You know what I mean. Those nightmares that come in a beige color with very thick straps, and they look like they've been made in 1952 and never adjusted to modern times. And younger women. Now let's talk money. If your size is 75D and upwards, once you step into fuller bust territory, you're no longer in the mainstream size range. And what happens is that prices jump from 25 to 30 euros to 99 and 100 and upwards. And we're not talking about some fancy fashion bra. We're talking about something that looks nice, is modern, but is also basic and functional and supports you. Now imagine needing 4 or 5 of those. That's some serious investment, and not everyone has that budget. And even when we do have that budget, maybe we can only afford 1 or 2 per year. And the truth of the matter is that larger breasts need to change their bra a lot more often. Because even with the utmost support, elastics lose elasticity. So the turnover is much higher than in other sizes. So what happens then? Well, we try to squeeze into smaller sizes, maybe a smaller band, maybe a smaller or larger cup. We try to make it work. Even if it makes us suffer, even if it cuts our breath, limits our mobility, or even downright gives us bruises at the end of the day. We just try to make it work. Now, one of the things that we often hear from the industry is that fuller bust accounts for a higher price because there's more structure, there's more engineering, there's more material. Overall, fuller bust bras are more expensive to make. And sure, that might account for some of the price difference, but one single bra for 100 euros, I want to challenge this view. I want to challenge this explanation. Here's the thought: if more material equals a higher price, then how would you explain that men briefs and boxers are usually less expensive than a women's pair of slips? Clearly, it's not just the material. There's something else going on. Another very frequent excuse is that the market is niche and there's not enough demand. There's less demand in general for those sizes. But I want to challenge this view because women are literally priced out of the market. If a decent bra size costs you more than your monthly electricity bill, then of course you're not gonna go for it. You literally cannot afford it. And in my books, that's not low demand. That's an underserved audience. Plus, when the only options you have is something bulky beige with huge straps and that looks like it's directly taken from a Jane Austen novel, no wonder you would want to stick with the wrong bra size. Clearly, we want it to be functional, but we don't just want it to be functional for support. But in 2025, we also want our underwear to be functional to our body image, how we feel about our sensual selves. And that cannot be a prerogative of smaller people, thinner people, or just people who have flatter chests. We're not vulgar, guys. It's just what God gave us, okay? So in conclusion, if you've ever felt frustrated or even kind of bad about not being able to afford the right size of bra, just know that you're not alone. It's not your fault. It's a system that's kind of broke. Whenever I come back from a shop after buying my bras every year, I kind of want to cry because I tend to spend 140 euros for 2 bras. So really, you're not alone. If you're looking for better options, I will definitely link some brands that I use at the moment and that I feel comfortable in the description box, but those come at a premium price. But if you guys have found something that is affordable, beautiful, and comfortable, leave the names in the comments down below. Let's share with the whole community. Thank you for watching or listening. If this video has resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more honest talk and give the video a thumbs up to help me reach a wider audience. I suggest you watch this video and this video next. Bye!